Did you know that bulls aren't actually enraged by the color red, or that bats aren't blind? Today, we're going on a myth-busting journey to debunk some of the most popular animal myths you've likely believed were true. Stick around, you might be surprised by what you learn. Ever heard that goldfish only have a 3-second memory? Well, that's not true. You might be surprised to learn that these aquatic creatures are quite the opposite. Scientific research has shown that goldfish memory spans far beyond the commonly believed 3 seconds. They can actually remember things for several months. So, this popular notion we've all heard, it's nothing more than a myth. So next time you see a goldfish, remember, it might just remember you too. Contrary to popular belief, ostriches don't bury their heads in the sand when they're scared. This myth likely sprouted from the fact that ostriches, when sensing danger, will often lower their heads towards the ground. From a distance, this can give the illusion of an ostrich with its head buried in the sand. In reality, ostriches have quite a unique defense mechanism. They're capable of sprinting up to 45 miles per hour to escape predators. So, the next time you see an ostrich, don't expect it to bury its head in the sand. Despite popular belief, bats aren't blind. In fact, their eyesight is quite good. However, they do have a secret weapon to aid them in the dark: echolocation. This technique involves emitting high-frequency sounds that bounce off objects in their environment. The returning echoes provide detailed information about their surroundings, helping them to navigate with precision. So, while their vision might not be their primary sense, bats certainly aren't flying around in the dark. So, the phrase "blind as a bat" isn't quite accurate, is it? Touching a baby bird won't make its mother reject it. This statement may come as a surprise, but it's true. Most birds have a relatively limited sense of smell. This means that they are unlikely to detect and be put off by the scent of a human on their chick. It's a relief to know that a brief, unintentional interaction wouldn't lead to a chick's abandonment. However, it's still important to respect wildlife and avoid disturbing them whenever possible. So, while you should still avoid disturbing wildlife, you don't have to worry about baby birds being abandoned. Camels don't store water in their humps. They actually store fat. This might be surprising to some, but it's a key adaptation that helps these resilient creatures thrive in harsh desert environments. This stored fat acts as a source of energy when food and water sources are scarce. As the fat is metabolized, it releases water, indirectly providing hydration. This clever survival strategy allows camels to travel for days under the scorching sun without a sip of water. So, the next time you see a camel, remember, it's not carrying a water tank on its back. Did you know that elephants have the longest gestation period of all mammals? Yes, you heard that right. Elephants are pregnant for an astounding 22 months. This extended pregnancy is essential for the development of their complex brains. However, the myth that elephants are pregnant for 2 full years is a slight exaggeration. Although their gestation period is the longest among mammals, it falls 2 months short of a full 2 years. So, the next time you see an elephant, remember, it's not pregnant for 2 years, but for almost 22 months. Moving on to our next myth, let's talk about lemmings. Contrary to popular belief, these small, furry rodents do not commit mass suicide. When their population becomes too dense, lemmings migrate in large groups in search of food and living space. They are even capable swimmers and will often cross bodies of water during their migration. The myth of lemmings committing mass suicide likely originated from misunderstandings of their migration behavior. So the next time you hear the phrase, "like lemmings off a cliff," remember, it's just a myth. Lemmings don't intentionally end their lives. We hope you've enjoyed debunking these animal myths with us. If you know of other myths begging to be busted, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. Do give this video a like and hit subscribe to join us on this myth-busting journey. We can't wait to hear your thoughts and continue busting myths together.